embroidery floss, tape, scissors, something to measure with. So you will need 6 strings. You will need 2 shorter strings that you will not even see in the final design. So if you have a color that you don't like, that you're never gonna use, I'd recommend using that one. And these 2 are 30 inches each. And then these 4, the colors that you will see, are 60 inches each. But I have pretty large wrists, so if you have smaller wrists, I'd recommend using a few less inches for each strand. Okay, so you're going to want to take the longer ones and meet the ends together and fold them in half. I didn't explain that very well, but that's how you do almost every bracelet, so I'm hoping you get what I mean. And you do the same with the shorter ones. And then since like they're different lengths, you can't meet them at the ends. So I just do the shorter ones and longer ones separate, and then I put them on top of each other like that, and then hold on to them tightly so that they will stay like where they're supposed to. And then you're just gonna want to tie a knot like you regularly would. I tied the knot off camera because it's hard to tie a knot in front of the camera. I know a lot of people struggle with that first knot though, so if you guys want, I will make a separate tutorial video showing the in-depths of tying knots. So after you have that tied, you're gonna want to tape it down. You can secure it however you'd like, but I'd recommend taping it since you're gonna need tape for the next step anyway. So what you want to do is separate all of your strings out, so the colors that are gonna be visible you want on the outsides, and then the middle colors that you will not even see in the finished design, you want those in the middle, and you're gonna pull them tight and just tape them down. So this is what you should have right now, and then we will begin the actual like pattern. Okay, so also it doesn't matter which color is on which side because in the end it's reversible anyways. So you're gonna want to fold, I'm just gonna call them by the color. So you're gonna fold your black string and then like over your blue string, and then you're gonna want to pull the red string over it, and then you're gonna take the tails of the red string and you're gonna pull up the blue string and push it under there so that it's under the blue and the black strings, and then you're going to tighten it just like that. And then you're gonna repeat that. You're gonna fold the black side and then take the red strings and push them under all of that. This is just your simple basic square knot. Honestly, it's really difficult at first, but once you get the hang of it, it's super easy. And the best way to remember what you're doing is it's always the same color that gets folded and then pushed under. So for this, I would always remember like red goes under. If you have trouble remembering or whatever, then just make a little note for yourself. So if you forget or anything, you can just go back to that. I know I'm not explaining this anymore, but I feel like if you guys can just like sit and watch me do this, it might kind of make sense. I don't know. Fold that over and then push the red under the blue. Honestly, this video probably is not very good, and if you guys are still confused, I'd recommend watching some other videos as well on how to do a square knot, because I feel like when it comes to making bracelets and things, it's best to watch a few different videos from a few different people, because everybody teaches everything differently, so you're going to figure out certain steps from one video and then other steps from another video. And my main reasoning for doing this tutorial is that I've never seen, like I looked on YouTube and I couldn't find any videos of like how to make this bracelet with embroidery floss. All of the videos were like fancier, thick, like leathery type materials. So I decided to make this video just so that other people can see how to do this with the friendship bracelet thread. So overall, my main reasoning for this video is to show you guys like how many inches you will need and how to set up the bracelet and how many strings you will need and like those types of details. And honestly, if you have to, just watch another video on how to do the square knot, because I know that I'm terrible at teaching it. And I feel like that's partly because I kind of figured out how to do it on my own. And so, like, I don't know how to teach it. And honestly, when you first, like, do this, it's gonna be difficult. It's fine, though. After you have done this, like, a few times, though, you will get the hang of it because it is so easy. I don't know if that makes sense though. It's like, it's super easy. It's just difficult at first. But once you get the hang of it, you'll be able to make one of these bracelets within maybe like 15 minutes or so. I don't know. I can make these bracelets pretty quickly now since I've made so many of them. If you guys have any questions on like any of this, honestly, just ask me because I will reply to your comment. I'm gonna go off camera and finish this up, and then I will show you how to end it. After you have finished your bracelet, you're going to want to just take like the tape off of that one, and honestly I always just put it up there for this part. So you can either take them and knot them like you would with a regular bracelet. I'm not going to pull it tight because I'm going to show you guys a different way to knot it. If you finish your bracelet and then these strings are too short to do that with, you separate these like the colors, and then you take your middle one and separate 2 into each of them, and then you just tie it together like you would with like shoelaces, I don't even know, and then you pull it tight. I don't like tying it like that because it makes the ends crazy, so I'm not going to pull that tight. And I'm going to redo what I just had undone to show you guys. So I got my knot done. Now I'm just going to pull the tape off it. Obviously I don't have to show you guys this part because it's obvious, but that's the finished bracelet, and if you turn it over, it's opposite. It looks pretty bad on camera if we're being honest, but like in real life, it looks really cool. And then with the ends is what I like to do is cut all of these ends shorter and to be the same length, and then making these inner core strings just a little bit longer so that you can use those ones to tie the loop with to tie it onto your wrist. So that's it for this tutorial, but I would like to talk about these bracelets just a little bit. So these bracelets are really good to make if you have a lot of like extra strings that you have cut off of other bracelets, like you finish them and you end up using too much string or whatever, or if you cut something too small. So, you know, if they're like 20 or 30 inches or however long you need the inner core pieces for your wrist, you can use those up in a bracelet or if you have colors that you don't like and you're never going to use, you can put them in these bracelets because you cannot see those inner colors except on the ends, which is fine in all honesty because you're not even going to notice those when you're wearing them. And I also just really like how they're like stiff like this. And if you've ever seen those big, thick paracord bracelets, these are basically just the thin, teeny, tiny baby versions of those. So that's why I really like these, and they're thin but sturdy, and I think they just look really nice, and if you wore a few of them, they'd look really nice together. I know a lot of the color combos I have probably aren't the best, but, you know, I'm probably going to make a bazillion more of these because I am obsessed with this pattern, and it's honestly really easy after you get the hang of it. So that's it for this video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.